Hi there, I'm Matthew, I'm a student nurse. Is it alright if I take the pressure?
Yeah.
Student nurses at London's City University practice on each other long before they go anywhere near real patients. But it's more difficult to teach compassion in a simulated hospital, and to make sure the right kind of young people are attracted to the job, the Health Secretary wants students to work as care assistants before they start their degrees. These students say they already help out on the wards.
I'm not sure what sort of difference it's going to make, because a lot of the duties that healthcare assistants carry out on the wards we get experience doing as student nurses. Our course is about half theory and half practical in clinical settings, so I don't really see how it's going to give us more experience.
I get a lot of experience of direct care, looking after patients, helping with hygiene, helping with meal times, helping with clinical procedures that are quite intimate and require a lot of sensitivity. We get a lot of experience already, so I'm not quite sure what's going to change.
It's thought several hundred patients at Stafford Hospital died unnecessarily. A damning report said neglect by nurses resulted in patients drinking water from flower vases and sleeping in their own excrement. The Health Secretary promised a raft of measures to prevent a similar scandal in future.
Having this hands-on experience at the front line as the first thing you do as part of becoming a nurse will help make sure we get people with the right values. And given that in their work today in modern hospitals, nurses are having to manage healthcare assistants, it'll really help them do that well if they've actually been a healthcare assistant for a while first.
There will also be a statutory duty of candour, making it a criminal offence for managers to cover up mortality rates or hide from patients any mistakes in their care.
This isn't a stick to beat up staff with. This is something which is also about getting rid of the kind of culture in NHS organisations that tolerates bullying and tolerates persecution of whistleblowers.
But the relatives of the Stafford victims want those in charge to be held to account. Their main target is Sir David Nicholson, once the manager overseeing Stafford and now the chief executive of the NHS.
Jeremy Hunt stood up and said he will not have managers that have failed to be able to then go on and do other jobs. Well, that's exactly what's happened in mid-staffs. There's not been one manager that's been held accountable. They've all gone on to bigger and better paid jobs. And that can't be right. What sort of a message are we giving to society when so many people have died horrifically?
The Health Secretary wants the Stafford scandal to be a catalyst for change, to bring in a new culture on the wards. But many questions remain over how to turn such a big idea into practical measures that patients will actually see. Thomas Moore, Sky News.